Welcome to this webinar, whereby we will learn how to harness the power of ShareInvestor Station. Now, personally, I have used many software, investing software, to help me to accelerate my research, to help me to save my time and save my effort. And of course, I don't want to name the software that I've used, but I've used really a number. Some are paid ones, some are free one. And hands down, I find that ShareInvestor WebPro is the best version. I've used Bursa Station, which is owned by a ShareInvestor. I've used ShareInvestor Station. I also use ShareInvestor WebPro. Now, each software has a different function, but this ShareInvestor WebPro is the most value for money software that you can find. It is just a couple of hundreds of ringgit. Then you can have a 1 year subscription to all these incredible information that you can find on ShareInvestor WebPro. So it will help us to save our time in doing research. It can help us to find the information that we traditionally cannot find. So we will want to look at this. So let's go to the website. If you go to ShareInvestor.com, this is where you will go land on this page. Okay, just type www.shareinvestor.com. You will land on this page. All right. So all you need to do is to log in. Okay. So I will just click login. All right, and then key in my password and just key in sign in. All right, so I now sign into my account. So here are the tabs that you can see when you sign in. All right, so on the home page, you will see that this is the market. Okay, today KLCI is now 1%. It's now at 1,300 points, 1,338 points. So these are the market news. You can see, and so this is the home page. Then you can go to the second page, which is prices. Okay, so let's go to the second page, prices. Okay, so this ShareInvestor Station can allow you to access about 8 markets, as in Singapore, Hong Kong, Thailand market, Indonesian, Australian, New York Stock Exchange, Nasdaq, and NYSE, American Express, and the world. Okay, you can find forex, forex prices, commodity prices as well. So because I use regularly for Bursa, also from American market, so now it's on Bursa. So on the prices list, you can find the top active counter, or you can change, okay, to become top gainers, okay, top losers of the day or yesterday, over 5 trading days period, who are the top gainers, over 3 months, who are the top gainers, and so on. So you can also fill in your filter, okay. So you also can look at the warrants, specific to warrants, which are the best performing warrants today, top active one. Or you can go to bonds market. You can go to the ETF markets, and you can go to the indices market. Okay, you look at the index. You know, construction sector, okay, what is the price right now? Consumer products and services, what is the price right now? Energy sector, what is the price right now? Of course, to our favorite FBM KLCI, 1,328 points. FBM 70, which is our big cap stock. SBM small cap. So you can find all the indices here on this indices page. So this is the one under prices. Okay, let's go to times and sales. That's where we need to find any stock to look at. Okay, so let's take a look at one company. Okay, so let's take a look at, let's say, Public Bank. Okay, you can just type Public Bank. Okay, you see Public Bank today, the share price is 15.82. So just click time and sales. Okay, oh, it's up. Okay, didn't notice. All right, so you see, time and sales will give the data of as of which point of that trading day how many sales is done. Okay, for example, this is there are about 54 pages. So the last this page that shows you before the market close, which is the latest. So at about 4:59, there are people who sell down to match the price at 15 ringgit 82 cent, and so on. So let's go to the bottom. Okay, at 4 p.m., 4:50 p.m., their 30 their change of volume is 32. There are 32 lots that got sold down. Okay, to transact at 15 ringgit 82 cent, and so on. Of course, this is a theoretical last closing price, so all the price is the same. Okay, but you can go to, let's say, page 20. Okay, to see the earlier time. Okay, at 11:33, there are 5 lots that buy up at 15.78. Okay, and here they are at 11:34. There are 20 lots that buy up to 15.80. Okay, and so on. So this time and sales will tell us at which time of the day what action was matched. Okay, which orders was matched. So you will tell us how many changes and total accumulated volume. So you can also find other data. For example, you can find a public bank on other day. Okay, you find other day, then the information on that particular day will come out to you very naked. So the third function I want to show you is under the prices is trade summary matrix. So if you go to trade summary matrix or ShareInvestor station, you will find that what is the prices that got transacted for one particular single day. So for 15 ringgit 42, there are about 1 trades, two sell downs, 2 lots, and then at 15 ringgit 44, there are 20 trades. Okay, 17 lots buy up, 40 lots sell down. So the total is 16 lots got matched until this is the intraday price movement 1542 to 1590. Okay, so this is the intraday. So at the high price of that single day, 1590. So the buy up total of 5 trade and 22 lots buy up. Okay, so this is what happened for one single day. Then notice that the biggest transaction is at about 15 ringgit 84 cent. There are biggest is at 15.82 cent. There are 12,000 lots down, and then 1,284 lots buy up. Okay, so this is the heaviest volume is at 15 ringgit 82 cent. Okay, everybody clear so far? All right, so let's come to the quote movement. So this is what happened for one single day. You will know exactly at what time, how many people do what action. This is very similar to the time and sales feature, except that it will give you more precise action. Okay, for example, at this time and sales only tell you whether the transaction is matched, but in the quote movement you will know how many people change their order. Okay, so at about 4, so let's go to let me go to page, let's say page 10. Okay, at about, let's say 3:40 p.m. So the buy queue minus 6 lot, the price is at 15.82. At 3:40 p.m., there were 6 lots that got matched at 15 ringgit and 82 cent. Okay, it's a sell down. That means there are sellers who are willing to sell at a lower price. At 3:40 p.m., so the buy queue minus 6, that means there are 6 people change their order. Okay, remove their orders here, cancel their order here. So this is what happened. Okay, for example, at 3:40 p.m. 45 seconds. Okay, there are 13 more lots queue up at the buy queue, and then at this time at 3 ringgit 40 p.m. and 46 seconds, there are 150 54 lots queuing to sell at about 15 ringgit 84, and then they reduce 10 lots. That means there are 10 people who cancel their order. So this is what a quote movement will tell you exactly at what time, what quote, how people change and modify their orders. So is this a very useful function for you? Okay, if you are a day trader, then this is a very critical function. It's a very important function that can give you all the information you need about the big player, whether they are coming in or they are leaving the market. Okay, so this is the feature of quote movement. And let's go to historical prices. Okay, I will just click on historical prices. So it will tell you, you can click by day or by year or by month or by week. Okay, let's just stick to by day. So we'll know that what price the market, the public bank open. Okay, what is the highest price on that single day? What is the lowest price? And what is the closing price? And then the volume with the average price and adjusted close. Okay, if you want to see by year, you can also click this. Okay, just see by year. Then you know in 2008, okay, so in 2009 the volume weighted average price is 6 ringgit, okay, and 2 cents for public bank. At 2010 it's about 11 ringgit 94 cents, okay, average price, okay. And in 2011 the average volume weighted average price is 13 ringgit and 12 cents, and then and so on. 2012 is 14 ringgit and 28 cents, and 2019 last year it was 22 ringgit and 19 cents. So this is what ShareInvestor Station can give you. And if you go to seasonality charts, okay, let me click here. Okay, it will tell you how the market performed. Okay, see from 2008 to 2020. So this seasonality chart will tell you exactly at which month the market is down. So for companies that is more seasonal, there's more seasonal reliant. For example, they are driven by holiday period, they're driven by commodity prices, then you'll be able to spot some kind of profit share price pattern here. Okay, during which month is like buy in, sell in May and go away and so on. So you notice that the private bank, right, in May, right, still got many is green. Okay, red color of course is down, share price down, but you notice that the sell in May and go away thing did not happen to a public bank. Okay, so far, so this is a very powerful feature for you to know at which month how is the share price performance. Yeah, so then you can go to price download to download the share price, historical price and intraday price. This probably will only be useful to you if you are running some programs, or people who are doing thesis want to know all this data. Okay, usually I have people emailing me asking me if I have any historical data not that they can get. Okay, so this is the platform where you can come and download all the prices that you need for intraday or historical prices. So next we can go to the portfolio. Now, portfolio is the one that you can create your own portfolio, so you can see how is the performance of a portfolio. Now, you can create a watch list. For me, I personally created a watch list. So these are a sample of my watch list. Okay, if you want to add stock, you just click plus. Okay, and you want to add Singapore stock, or you want to add a Hong Kong stock, or you want to add a New York stock. Okay, or you want to add a Bursa stock. Also, let's just go to Bursa stock. And what do you want to add? Okay, for example, you want to add CIMB. Okay, so you just click CIMB bank, then you click submit. Okay, CIMB is here. Okay, today last time price 351 and so on. So you can create other portfolio. For example, this is a sample portfolio. Okay, so for example, your portfolio consists of 6 stocks. We have Ajinomoto, we have Top Glove, we have Pentamaster, we have Public Bank, Franken. Okay, we have Serba Dynamic. So these are portfolio consists of 6 stocks. Then you can also go to transactions. you can say that today I sell something. So add the transactions. You can click the counter and then click activities, sell, and pick the broker. Okay. So you can key in your broker information. For example, your broker give you this much of rate, then you key in. Then when you place buy or sell orders, the system will calculate for you what is the commission that you need to pay. Okay, and you can also save this as a chart. Okay, you can save these charts. They can tell you the share price. You can view these charts and tell you the share prices performance for that particular counters that is under your portfolio. So this is what happened, what you can use as a portfolio. So you will know that whether your portfolio is up how many percent or down how many percent so far, and what is the total portfolio value. All right, you can also see your allocation. When you click on allocation, it will tell you what sector you're in. Okay, how many is electronic technology, finance, process industry, industrial services, health technology, consumer non-durable. So this is a sector can let you know what is your sector weightage of your portfolio. Then of course you can email your portfolio, you can set alert. Set alert is very important. For example, under your watch list, you can set that my alert. Okay, you can click I want Nestle to be below 110 ringgit. Okay, then you will buy. Okay, so you just find a Nestle. Okay, price less than 110, for example. Okay, and then you click OK, then alert is set. So when the price hit or go below the requirements that you set here, then it will sound an alarm to you. Then you will know. And also the good news is that it also linked to a mobile app. So when the alert is sound, right, you will receive a push notification from your mobile app. So that's what has helped me in the past for me to buy stock at the bottom, because I have set alerts that will alert me when the price hit a certain level. So that's where I can go into the market and positions myself to buy into companies that I want. So this is a useful part of alerts. Okay, and volume distributions. This one will tell you what the at what price. This is a very important information. Okay, now let me take a look at this SERBA dynamic. Okay, you see there are 4 colors, right? The red color will tell you that this is the transaction was done from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, and then green color means that it's from the transaction was done from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Yellow color would mean that from 11 o'clock to 12:30, and then the blue would mean that it's from 9 o'clock to 11. So in this case of SERBA dynamic, you see that BU means buy up, SD means sell down. So in the buy up, less than 15K means that the value of the transaction is less than 15,000. Okay, for the value of transaction that's less than 15,000, usually people that's like us, we are retailer. Okay, 15K, less than 15K are the smallest player. Okay, so at less than 50K, the volume, so the value of transactions, it happens, 1/3 of it happened from 9 to 11, and then the other 1/3 is 11 to 12:30, and then the last leg is red color. Okay, it's 3 o'clock to 5 p.m. But what is more important is more than 150K. Okay, because more than 150K is the one that tells us whether the big players are they, because if they enter a trade that is worth more than 150,000, it will be flagged here. Okay, so for example, in this case, for Pirate Bank, there is a big player, okay, that sell down, okay, in the period of 9 to 11 a.m. in the morning, and then there's this much of volume that's being sold down from 11 to 12:30, sell down Pirate Bank. So any value of the trades that's more than 150,000, we consider it as the big player. So this volume distribution chart will tell us whether on a particular day, Is there big players moving the market or the retail player? Okay, of course, retail investor usually is the last two, less than 15K or 15 to 50K. Okay, so any value or transaction that is more than 150,000 is considered a big player. So for example, in this case, Ajinomoto, for the whole day, right, only a small player are playing, okay, and they play in the morning session. Okay, is that a valuable information for you? If you want to see whether the big sharks is moving or not, this is the volume distribution chart that you can see. All right. So just now, I think I saw some questions. Is it? Okay, yeah. Everybody say the lines works. Okay, cool. So let me go to fundamental. Okay, I believe I can show you the portfolio. Let's go to the fundamental. These are the information that the investor will find very useful, because investor like us want to find as many years as data as we can. So in this scenario, let's go to fact sheet. Okay, let's go to this is Serber Dynamic. Okay, so this is the share price, 1 year share price, because of course you can click 5 year but Serber Dynamic is don't have 5 year chart because IPO stock. Okay, so don't have 5 year chart. So this is the latest new. You can see if you click this latest new, it directly link you to Bursa Malaysia. Okay, the company announcement. So you can find the Bursa Malaysia, the Serber Dynamic announcement. Okay, and then this is a consensus estimate, which I will go in detail later in the consensus estimate tab. Basically, the fact sheet will give you the overall picture of the company. Okay, you can know what is the market cap right now. It's about 4 billion. Okay, and then EPS is about 12 cents. PE ratio is 10. Okay, trailing PE is 8 times. Okay, how much cash in hand they have? What is the beta? Is 2.4, which is fairly high. Okay, volatility, 52-week volatility is 47%. Okay, and then this is the dividend history table. It will tell you which month they give how much is the dividend per share, and then it will give you the peer comparison. All right, Serber Dynamic in comparison to the Bursa Malaysia Energy. Okay, or the industry PE is about 13 times. Serber Dynamic is now 10 times. Okay, so compared to local peers and so on. Okay, so here also got the event calendar and so on, but I will go to this in detail in the subsequent tab. Okay, so let's go to financials. All right, so let's go to go back to our case study, which is let's click Bursa Malaysia. Then let's go to Public Bank. Okay, let's go to Public Bank, and you can find 10-year data of Public Bank. You can click whether you want a quarterly result or you want a full year. In this case, we click full year result. Okay, so let's click 10-year of Public Bank. So in this case, you can find 10-year Public Bank data from 2010 to about 2018. Okay, and then this trailing 12M means that the trailing 12 months, which is the latest 12 months results. Okay, so the graph, you see this graph beautifully drawn for you. Okay, you know that the blue color stands for revenue, red color stands for profit before tax, green color stands for profit attributable to shareholders. And then this line means the net profit margin, okay, which is Public Bank standing at, as of the latest 12 months, 26%, okay, and 26.65% for every 100 ringgit loan they give out, they make 26 ringgit. So this is the Public Bank margin, which is pretty high, right? So this graph is beautifully drawn for you, so you can make instantaneous, interpretation whether is this company performing or not performing. But if you want to have a more you want to have a solid data, so you can see in 2010 Public Bank makes about I believe this is in thousand, so this should be 10 billion. Okay, go up to 20 billion. revenue. So you can just, if you click the plus button, it will tell you what is the growth. Okay, every year you see private bank is growing the revenue consistently. And then you can go to the finance cost, profit before tax, okay, from 2010 to trailing 12 months, okay, 4 billion, go up to 7 billion, okay, profit after tax 3 billion to about 5 billion. Net earnings, okay, 3 billion, go to 5 billion. And historical basic earnings per share, if 4 cents per share to 1 ringgit 41 cents per share, okay, and whether they got special dividend or not, what is the gross dividend rate, okay, give you all in table format. Then this is balance sheet, okay, you see this is this color is very useful. Yellow means that the shareholders equity, and then black means non-current liabilities, and then red means current liabilities, okay, so you know, okay, this is the source of fund and this is the asset, okay, non-current asset and the current asset. So this color will instantaneously tell you whether the company has more debt or have more liabilities. In the case of bank, of course, they have more debt because they receive a lot of deposit from you. So this is the shareholders equity. You can all find the figure here. What is the shareholder funds growing? Okay, from 13 billion grow to 43 billion. Wait, no, it's not. Okay, this is million. Okay, this is only for in a form of thousands. Okay, so from 13 million go to 43 million. All right, so this is total asset, and this is the cash flow. You can see exactly whether they have cash is going out or coming in from operation cash flow, investing cash flow, and also a financing cash flow. Of course, you can find all this cash flow information for 10 years. And then you can also find free cash flow. Okay, some investor will want to calculate free cash flow. For in the case of ShareInvestor Station, they have already calculated for you what is the free cash flow, so you don't have to calculate. This is something that I look at because free cash flow is a metric that I often look at. So after I use ShareInvestor WebPro as well as ShareInvestor Station, I can easily find this free cash flow information. So it saved me a lot of time. You can find all this information here. And these are financial ratio in charts. You'll see all the ratio, earning per share, okay, net asset value, net tangible asset per share, how is the growth rate like, okay, you click the plus, then the growth rate is come about. Operation cash flow per share, free cash flow per share, there's also PE ratio, okay, price to net asset value, which is PV ratio, price per free cash flow, price per cash in hand. So all this information for you to make a meaningful interpretation, okay, of whether the company is growing or not growing. So these are the information you can find. There are a lot of valuation metrics here, dividend yield, okay, dividend yield including special dividend, so comprehensive that sometimes I may find information a bit overloaded. Okay, so growth ratio, you can find a revenue growth rate, net earnings growth rate, and PE growth rate, PEG. Profitability ratio, we can find the gross profit margin, pre-tax margin, net profit margin, and so on. And also quality of earnings, efficiency ratio, you can also find. Of course, in the banking sector, all this inventory turnover, account receivable turnover is not relevant. Okay, management efficiency ratio, whether what is the ROA, what is the ROE every year, so what is the ROE every year, you can see whether it's an increment or it's a decrease. Okay, so it's very powerful information that you can find on ShareInvestor WebPro. So these are leverage ratio you can find. Of course, I don't want to go into details. Otherwise, we have to do this webinar until 12 midnight. So let's not delve into that. So let's find so all these 10-year, because traditionally, how can you find 10-year data? All right, you can't find 10-year data because annual report only gives us like 5-year data. Okay, most annual reports give you group financial highlights 5-year. But if you want to make comparison for 10-year, then you got to subscribe to some software. All right. So in this case, this this ShareInvestor WebPro give you a very good value by giving you 10 years of data with just a couple of ringgit of subscription, okay, which is very worth it. So let's go to insider trades. On ShareInvestor Station, you can find insider trades. Okay, let's say Public Bank, you know that, all right, EPF today, so they bought 3,000, okay, at what price? Okay, yesterday, EPF again buy 4,000. Okay, so this is the value of the trade, huh? So you will tell you what the insiders are doing. And then you can find a significant sales. Okay. So you know that in this period, okay, Public Bank EPF actually sold, okay, from October this month, okay, October 2019, EPF actually sold, okay, at 20 ringgit 30 cent. Significant purchases, you see the EPF now keep buying, okay. The last time EPF sold, was November 5th, okay. And recently we see that EPF keep buying, okay. EPF increasing his holding in Public Bank, okay, since February buy at 18 ringgit 40 cent, okay, and right now buy at about 13 ringgit 90 cent, okay, keep averaging down, huh? So these are insider trade. Ownership, this is where you can find the top shareholders of the company, and in this case on ShareInvestor Station, you can find top 20 shareholders of the company. Okay, so this is the top 20 shareholders of Public Bank. You can see that number one is consolidated Tay Holdings. Then you know, of course, belong to the Tay family. Okay, Tan Sri own 21.64%, and then so these are the pie chart, huh? So these are top 20 shareholders. Of course, you can go to the significant shareholders. Okay, for example, you can find employee provident fund, which is our EPF. If you click here, search, right, significant shareholders, you know that, wow, okay, EPF is a top 20 shareholders of 242 companies in the following market, 233 in Bursa, 3 in Singapore, 1 in Indonesia, 1 in Hong Kong. Okay, so these are companies that EPF owns. Isn't this information incredible? So you can see that EPF owns 900 million shares in TNB, 1.5 billion shares in Maybank, 591 million shares in Public Bank, RHB Bank, CIMB, okay. So they are number one shareholder in RHB Bank, the number two shareholder in CIMB, the number two shareholder in Maxis, number two in Axiata, number two in Digi.com, number two in SimW, and so on. You can see Petronas Chemical, PPP Group, a lot. Of course, they have ownership in 237 companies, and these are all the companies. Of course, can't show you all, but these are the major ones. Now, isn't this information incredible? Now you can search all the top, only the top 20 shareholders will appear here. You can't randomly find, you put your name here like Tan Akao, okay, you cannot find it because you're not the top 20 shareholders. If you're top 20 shareholder, you will appear in this sheet, okay? Yeah, people asking to subscribe to this software, do you need to pay fee? Yes, you need to pay fee, but it's just a couple of hundred. It's very worth it. That's why I want to share with you this, and I've talked to the management to extend a discount to our followers and subscribers. So today I want to share you this platform. So towards the end of this the platform demo, I will tell you how much is the price. So let's go to company buyback. You can find back which company has done a share buyback. Okay, for example, just now we're at Public Bank, right? So let's go to Public Bank. Just click view. So you know that have they done share buyback in the past 1 year? Actually, no, there's no buyback here. Okay. Okay. So in the past, they did some buyback. I think it's Q2. Okay. In Q2 of 2018, there was some buyback of Q2 in 2018. Okay, so if you could drag this, you will know, okay, the company actually did share buyback somewhere here. How much is the buyback? They purchase 20 million shares, okay, in between 22 ringgit, 23 ringgit, 94 cent. So these are share buyback information you can find. Of course, you can find other stock exchange. Okay, now we are at Bursa. If you want to find Apple, you go to Nasdaq. Okay, so you can see where is the latest buyback. They can see the buyback overview. Okay, I think there's no information here. So let's go to the next one, which is events calendar. You know what events is coming up. Okay, this is also one of my favorite tools to use. So historically, you know which day Pirate Bank do ex-dividend. This day announce a full year result. But what is more interesting to me is of course the upcoming one. You know, AGM, EGM, when is it? Okay, of Pirate Bank. Okay, upcoming, no upcoming yet. Historical, of course, if you click historical, yes, a lot historical. AGM, EGM will come up. Share placement, is there any? No historical events found. Result release, okay, historically when they release what result, but you're interested in upcoming one. Are they published? Obviously, they're not published, but you can find all stock. Not only Pirate Bank, you find view all stock. If you view all stock, you know that on the 23rd of April, DG will announce their first quarter result. On the 30th of May, you know Accepta is going to release their first quarter result. Okay, and X date as well. You can find all stock. Okay, when is the X date for Star Group, Media Group, and then for Intabina. Okay, so you know when is the X date. Okay, then you can find the upcoming event as well for you to know what is coming for all these companies. All right, and P Corp, Wellcore, Inta, and so on. Then let's go to the other tab, which is dividend analysis. You can find dividend. So this graph will show you what is the historical earning per share, okay, versus their gross dividend. Okay, so in this case, this is a company called Inta. Just now I think we click on Inta, so Inta pop up. So they make this much of earnings but never declare dividend. This much of earnings, never declare dividend. And here is they make this much earnings, they declare dividend. Okay, let's go back to our case study, Pirate Bank. Let's show 10 year. Yeah, 10 years is already a lot. You don't need to, if you want to be more diligent, then you study 30 years. But I think 10 years just, usually we will just study 5 years. But 10 years is already very conservative at gauge. So you know Pirate Bank make this much of earnings, they pay this much of dividend. So as of the latest trailing 12 months, they make this much of earnings, they pay out this much of dividend per share. So you know what gross dividend per share, special dividend per share, total dividend per share, is so on. So this is the PE ratio against the dividend yield. You can benchmark what is the basic PE ratio here versus the dividend yield. Okay, are they increasing or are they decreasing? So all these dividend payout chart, okay, when is it the dividend is paid, okay, and so on, is here. And then it will give you the total shareholder return. Short term, in 5 days, you have made 12%, okay? In 10 days, you have made 3.4%, but in the medium term, okay, in 5 years, actually you lose negative 6%, all right? So this is a total shareholder return that I showed to you, and this is the dividend history table. Okay, when do they usually pay? You know that Pirate Bank pay dividend consistently in the month of June and December. Okay, the interim and final dividends. So the yield is consistent 2% to about 4%. Right now the share price is cheap, so it's about 4% now. Okay, so you can also find, if you want to know which company pay the highest dividend yield, just click highest dividend yield. Okay, because it already applied the high yield filter. So when you click the highest dividend yield, then the companies that will be ranked in terms of the highest dividend yield to the lowest dividend yield. Okay, TaxCam Resources is now giving a dividend yield of 41.99%. Okay, isn't that crazy? Okay, I think I believe that includes special dividend. Azure, okay, is paying dividend yield of 2%. But in the upcoming financial year, I guess AirAsia cannot afford to pay any dividend. So you can also do filter based on stock hitting 52 weeks low. So you know which stock have hit 52 weeks low. Once you click this filter, all the stock that meet this criteria come out. Which stock got the highest earnings compound annual growth rate for 5 years? Let's say I click this. Oh, this is Senko, okay, Sun Surya got the highest earnings growth for the past 5 years. Okay, DNO, okay, GCB. Okay, so it's all ranked to you. Okay, this will save us a lot of time to find all these critical information. Okay, now isn't this very helpful? I bet so. So let me go back to the, just now we were at the dividend analysis. Let's go back to annual reports. Okay, annual reports, you can click annual reports. For example, this just now we were at Guan Chong Berhad, right? So this GCB, when they click this download, right? Yeah, it's downloaded here, the annual report. So you don't need to go to Bursa Malaysia to download. It's very fast. So let's go to a stock comparison. For example, you want to compare as an investor, you usually want to make comparison against industry peers. Let's say in this case, we want to compare the banking industry. Okay, so let's just click Bursa and click Public Bank. Okay, click select. Private bank data come out. Then you can also click Bursa and then click Maybank. Okay, so Maybank information will come out. And then lastly, let's say CIMB. Okay, then you click compare. So all the information about the company will come up. Okay, from March. Okay, trim return, how many percent return, key statistic. Okay, it's a beta rate and so on. In terms of market, okay, private bank 61 billion. Maybank is 82 billion. CIMB is 34 billion. Okay, so revenue, you know that private bank is 20 billion. Maybank is for 3 billion and CIMB is 28 billion. Okay, how about profit to shareholders? Private bank is 5 billion, Maybank is 8 billion. You see, 8 billion out of the 3 million sales. And then CIMB is 4 million out of 28 billion sales. Okay, 4 billion out of the 8 billion sales. So you know which bank is more efficient, okay, and effective. So you can compare all their valuation, which bank has the highest PE. Okay, among these three, you know that private bank has the highest PE ratio, okay, growth rate, and so on. You compare, okay, which bank give the highest ROE. Okay, looks like private bank has a 12% ROE, and so on. So this is information you can find about a company by doing comparison. You can also click on a consensus estimate. Okay, based on these three stocks, okay, all three are under overweight category. Okay, private bank upside 16%, Maybank upside 70%, CIMB upside 44%. Okay, so you know consensus estimate. So let's go to a more detailed consensus estimate. Okay, let's go to Padini. Okay, so in this case, in the case of Padini, you know that in April, these are consensus estimate about this company called Padini. Okay, right now the share price is 2 ringgit. The consensus estimate is overweight. Mean target price is 3 ringgit 46 cents. There are 11 ratings that was given. Upside potential is 73%. Okay, so this is a very beautiful chart that's done by a ShareInvestor group. So we see that in April there are 12 ratings. Okay, 8 asks you to, 1 asks you to buy, 8% asks you to buy, not 8 ratings asks you to buy, is 8% asks you to buy. Okay, 58% asks you to hold. The other 8% underweight, and then the other 25% asks you to sell. Okay, so these are our 12 ratings. Recently, okay, there are 11 ratings on Padini, okay, in which 9% asks you to sell, 36% asks you to hold, okay, and then 54% asks you to buy. Okay, so this is the rating, and then the red color line means that the target price, and then blue color is the actual price. Okay, so right now the actual price is below the target price, okay, by a huge margin. So Padidi is definitely a undervalued company in this case, from the consensus point of view, which these are done by the licensed stock analysts. So you can also know what is the analyst forward estimate. Okay, this is actual one for the past 3 years. Forward estimate by June 2020, they estimate 1.8 billion sales, 1.8 billion sales in 2021, 1.9 billion sales in 2022. More importantly is what is the earning per share. Okay, earning per share by June 2020 estimated 23 cents per share, 24 cents per share, 26 cents per share. Of course, I'm not sure whether they have revised their estimate after this COVID-19 pandemic. So I would believe this is not revised yet, I would believe. Okay, so it can also tell you what is the consolidate all the analyst consensus estimate into one beautiful table for you. Okay, so let's go to the forward estimate ratio and so on. So you can find all these forward estimate all here. So I'm done with this consensus estimate. Wait, let's go to the consensus estimate overview. Okay, so this is for the whole industry, okay, for the whole company, which is very powerful information. Okay, which will tell you whether KLCI, whether they are more buy or more hold or more sell. Okay, so this is what you can use, what you can do for this fundamental tab. So let's go to the screener tab. Okay, we have 3 screeners they can use here. Number 1 is a market screener. Okay, now screener, of course, you have find it in other software platforms as well, but in ShareInvestor Station, you can also find a software. For example, you want to find revenue growth. Okay, compound annual growth rate value is about 5% for the past 5 years. Okay, then you add criteria. Then, for example, you want net earnings per share. Okay, compound annual growth rate is more than 5% over the past 5 years. Okay, criteria number 3, you want the company to have to be liquid. You click the current ratio more than 1 in the last financial year. Criteria number 4, you want the company to have lower debt. So total net debt to equity, you say, let's say less than 1 in the last 1 financial year. You click add criteria. Then criteria number 5, you want the trillion P ratio to be let's say less than 10 times. Okay, after you key in all the information, you click screen. Okay, and then the screener will help you to find companies that fulfill the 5 criteria that you put in. All right, so the result come out. Okay, so there are how many? There are 48. Wow, 48 records found. There are 48 companies that fulfill all these criteria. Okay, they are cheap, they are low debt, they are good liquidity, their compound annual growth rate of earning per share is more than 5% for the past 5 years. 48, a bit too many. Okay, let's add one more criteria. Okay, to lower it. Let's say free cash flow must give us a free cash flow more than it's positive. Must be positive in the last 5 years. Okay. All right, let's screen one more time. So if we can drop lower, so of course, if you add in more criteria, then the result will come out fewer. So there are 11 records. Okay, 11 companies. Okay, Chinwell, okay, Jax Resources, Magni, Padini, Pohuat. Okay, so these are companies that fill all my 6 criteria. Okay, isn't that very useful? Of course, you can also save it as template. For example, I can just load my template. I load my Shane template, then all this come up. Okay, now we also have their predefined TA screeners. Okay, so these are predefined. If you are lazy, you don't want to do their, don't want to customize your own screening, then you can click the predefined TA screener. All this will come out. Okay, so which company that fulfill the long signal? Okay, let's say mBank fulfill the long signal. So which are long signal they fulfill? Okay, these are the criteria: volume 10 days. Okay, blah blah blah. Okay, 150,000 value sell down rather than buy up. Okay, this is to track the big player. Okay, second criteria fulfill, third criteria fulfill. So these are the long signal. Just now the market screener also you can customize as a TA. I forgot to show you just now. Okay, you can click here to start. You can go to TA. You can click in your technical indicators. Okay, let's say you want the volume spike. Okay, now got a huge volume. Now the volume is 2 times greater than the 30 days average, for example. Okay, then you add one more criteria. Let's say technical criteria. You want to add let's say moving average. Where is moving average? Moving average bullish crossover. Okay, you can say that the 20-day moving average cross over the 50-day moving average. Okay, bullish crossover. And then let's say you want to add an indicator of candlestick pattern. Let's say a bullish engulfing pattern. Okay, add this criteria. So these are now 3 criteria. Then you click screen. Then it will screen for you all the companies that fulfill the, the TA criteria. Now, of course, you can lump the TA and the FA together. Okay, you can combine a template where you can lump FA and TA together. So the companies that are good quality also fulfill the technical criteria. Then probably is a buy. Okay, in this case, 0 record found. I guess all is 20-day crossover 50-day in the bearish manner. Okay, so 0 record found. Okay, so this is what happened now. So this is a very powerful feature, market screener. Then you can also go to intrinsic value for people who don't know how to calculate intrinsic value. This is a very powerful platform for you to find. Okay. So let's say now Pirate Bank come out. Just now Pirate Bank disappear. Okay. So let's find Pirate Bank. So for many of us here who don't really know how to calculate intrinsic value, of course, if you are trained as a corporate finance professionals, then you can use their DCM model, okay, and a DCF model, earnings model to find intrinsic value. For the average retail investor who are not trained on how to calculate intrinsic value, this is a very powerful calculator, okay. Okay, you see this, this is a discounted earnings model, okay. So the system have already come out to you that the earnings per share of the company in the last financial year is 1 ringgit 44 cents. So it's already input here. So you don't have to do much. So what you need to assume is how many years of growth and then discount rate. The growth rate is also calculated for you already. Okay, you click growth rate, no. 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, what is the actual growth rate of Pirate Bank? Okay, you can use a 2-year growth rate, you can use a 3-year growth rate, or you can use a 5-year growth rate. Okay, so if you use a 2-year growth rate, then it is this. Okay, if you use a 5-year growth rate, it's 3.51, but which is also too. Let's use 5 year. Okay, let's see. So it adjusted to 5. So it adjusted to 5. So years of growth will tell you how long do you forecast Pirate Bank will survive in this, will still remain in business. So 10 years, do you think is too short? I think Pirate Bank was likely to be here for at least 10 years. So let's put 20 years, okay? So let's assume Pirate Bank can only survive for the next 20 years. So you calculate, you forecast a growth for 20 years. Then discount rate. Discount rate is a big topic. Discount rate is definitely a big topic. Usually in the corporate finance professionals, they use a WACC, which is the weighted average cost capital. But in this case, it's very complicated to dissect the weighted average cost of capital. So I will generally advise people to use 7 to about 8%. So let's 7%. Okay. Then you can calculate. Then you know intrinsic value is 23 ringgit. The current share price now is 15 ringgit 82 cents. So is there room for growth? Yes. This is current share price 15 ringgit 82 cents based on the value of the business. Calculate on per share basis is at 23 ringgit 76 cents. It's based on discounted earnings model, based on the current earning per share, and then the 5-year growth rate average of Maybank. Okay, adjusted 5-year growth rate of Maybank. Isn't that very powerful? Now, if you, of course, you don't want to use earnings model, you can use discounted cash flow model. Then this software will already told you what is the free cash flow per share. So the free cash flow per share for private bank is 1 ringgit 40 cents per share. So it's already automatically input here. Growth rate, okay. Also take 5-year growth rate. I generally like to use 5-year because 5-year will tell you, because we estimate the business will grow for another 20 years. So right now we're gonna use a longer growth rate for us to know that to do a better estimate. Okay, so discount rate put 7, then you click calculate. Okay, so it's also calculated for you already. 23 ringgit and 21 cents. Okay, so now it's 15 ringgit 82 cents. So is there a room for growth? Yes. So it's actually undervalued. So also you can use a golden growth model, which is not available here. So usually I will use discounted cash flow. So this is my favorite model. So this is the intrinsic value calculator that the platform provides for you. Is that powerful? I definitely think it's very powerful. Of course, when it comes to charts, you can do interactive charts or historical charts. The chart feature is a bit more basic. If you want a more advanced feature, you need to subscribe to their ShareInvestor station. Okay, this is ShareInvestor WebPro. WebPro is a web-based application, whereby ShareInvestor Station is a desktop-based application. That one is a couple of thousand. Okay, this one is already very valuable for money. Of course, in their ShareInvestor Station is more sophisticated. So I've been using Bursa Station and ShareInvestor Station. I used Bursa Station for about 2 years. Okay, ShareInvestor Station is I recently used for about 1 year. WebPro I just recently used for a couple of months. Okay, so that's why I'm very excited about this. I just want to share with you. So you can do all this chart. For example, Public Bank. All right, you can also compare against other bank. Okay, so let's say I want to see a 3 months chart on a day calendar. Daily candlestick. So this is past 3 months. Okay, so you can find, you want to add indicator, you can add on balance volume, okay, parabolic SAR, Bollinger Band, okay, and so on. You just click view, then information will come out. Okay, then you can go to the historical charts. Okay, you can see private bank historical chart. Then you can see private bank volume distribution, which I briefly show you just now. Okay, this is the volume distribution chart for 1 day, for 5 days, okay, for 10 days. So this is where you can find all this information. And tick chart is not so, I have never used it. So this is about charts, okay. Then let's go to, you can also go join the community discussion, okay. You can find all the IPO information. Okay, you can find all the IPO information, how are they performing after their IPO. Recent IPO, you can go to find news, regional news, okay, or Singapore news or Malaysian news. You can click, or you want Dow Jones news, okay. So these are the news that could pop up. Let's wait. These are consolidated news. If you want just Malaysian news, just click Malaysian news. So all the Malaysian news come up. All right. So, and then you can join the ShareInvestor Station events and their tools and the broker calls. Right now, the ShareInvestor Station, I met with their management. They are getting more and more brokers to come on board. This is a new feature that's just launched. Okay, right now they have about 3 brokers on board. We are Kenanga telling you underperform, outperform. Okay, United Malacca outperform. UOB Kay Hian also put their analyst ratings here. Okay, and Inter-Pacific Securities. Of course, there are more stockbrokers and investment banks are coming on board with their research departments, providing information to you. So this is their broker call. So these are all the information you can find. Of course, this time I show you that you can find beyond Malaysian market, right? So let's say you want to find Apple. Okay, let me just show you briefly Apple. So you can find Apple fact sheets. Okay, of course you want to find Thailand stock can. All right, but I guess many of us don't trade Thailand. So you can trade Thailand, Indonesia. You can find all this information here. So let's say I'm in Apple. Okay, exactly, you can find Apple information. Okay, overweight. Okay, mean target price. Okay, all the Apple dividend history. Okay, when they pay dividend, how much they pay. Okay, peer comparison. Okay, Apple compared to the telco equipment, which is doing at 24 times PE. Apple compared to Qualcomm. Okay, Apple compared to Garmin. Okay, so these are all the information you can find, okay, on Apple. Okay, you can find Apple 10-year data. Go to financials. So you can find whether it's American stock or whether it's Malaysian stock, Singapore stock. Okay, about eight exchange that you can find. Okay, you can find Apple 10 years data. Of course, just now it works exactly like what I showcased you just now, using Paribas example, using Partini, using Inta, using Guanchong Berhad. Just now we're showing you a few examples. So this is Apple 10-year data. Okay, so this is beautifully driven for you. This is Apple balance sheet. Okay, you can see shareholder equity is this much, non-current liabilities this much, current liabilities this much. Okay, fixed assets this much, non-current assets, other non-current assets this much, and then the current asset this much. So tell you, okay, so these are all Apple data. Okay, fundamental data. Okay, valuation metrics, probability ratio, efficiency ratio, Apple management efficiency. So this is all the information they have regards to Apple. Okay, you can also find the consensus estimate. Okay, okay, after a refresh, so come out already. Okay, consensus estimate, you see there are 1% giving ratings to Apple, about 66% ask you to buy. Okay, okay, some only like let's see, only 2.4% ask you to sell. Okay, the rest ask you to buy Apple. So this is the change of ratings over a period of 2 years. Forward estimate of Apple is about earning per share is about this is per share basis is about $12. Okay, so this is Apple. So you can find whether you can find other American stocks such as Microsoft, okay, Amazon, okay, Amazon share price come out already. You can find Alibaba, okay. All right, you can find Singapore stock as well. So if you subscribe to ShareInvestor Station, you have access to about 8 markets. Okay, so you have access to Singapore, Bursa, Hong Kong, Thailand, Indonesia, Australia, US, and the world. Okay, the world you can find commodity, and also find forex. All right, so this is the platform of ShareInvestor WebPro. I have just briefly show you. If I were to go to great length, so I think this webinar need to be 2 hours long. So how to subscribe? You can go to the homepage, click subscribe. You can also click free trial. So I encourage you all to click free trial if you just want to test out the features. So you can click subscribe. Then this is the pricing. Okay. Now I don't know how much you pay for software, but personally I paid thousands of ringgit a year to subscribe to software. I subscribed to many software before over the years. I have about 11 years of experience in the market, so I subscribed to many software, and really, hands down, this is the most value for money software I've ever found. Okay, period. Hands down, the most value of money. Some other software I pay is 1,000 plus. There are some software I never subscribe, but I know that is a few thousand per year. So it's very expensive. So for this ShareInvestor WebPro, how much it is cost for 12 months for Malaysia data? I I encourage you to click real time. You want real time data, right? At 40 bucks only, not much. If you want delay data, then it's free. Delay data free. Okay, if you want real time, you click at 40 bucks only. So for this, right? If you want Singapore, of course, it's included. Okay, it's delayed 10 minutes. If you want real time, then add 300. But usually Singapore, you just click delay. So standard is about 665 ringgit a year. Of course, you want to just tax for 6 months, they can click 6 months. 6 months is cheaper. Okay, 6 months. 6 months, then it's only 358. Okay, if you want real time, it's only 379. But if you Malaysia, Taiwan, and so on, click Malaysia, then only 358. Okay, real time only 400. It's this 200 of 12 months, for 6 months, only 241. Okay, 241 ringgit. What else? So cheap, Okay, so I would just encourage you to go for 12 months. I usually go for 12 months, and I click Malaysia plus global data. So okay, this is my default. Default I click my setting is about 12 months real time delayed Singapore, and then it's 665. But if you want to save cost, you only trade Malaysia, then you click Malaysia one. Then you just go for 12 months, then it's 358. If you just want to test 6 months, you click 6 months, it's 241. So now, what is the good news here? The good news is that I've got a discount for you, okay? On top of this 241 or 600 or 300, right? Or 400, right? You get on top of 5% discount. Okay, of course, the company also spend a lot of money to buy data, spend a lot of money to develop the software, to create this web platform for you. So their development cost is pretty high. So they can't give a huge discount, but I managed to help you to find a discount. So you just click Wealth 2020. Okay, you can get an additional 5% off. Okay, additional 5% off on top of the price shown here. Okay, so I will go for Malaysia, real-time data, 665. So if you want to go for this setting like mine, so just click Wealth 2020. I repeat, WEALTH 2020. You click subscribe, you get additional 5% off from the purchase price. Okay, if you feel 600 is a bit expensive, you want to go a shorter version, then you get 6 months. Of course, 6 months, if you count 6 months, it's not so worth it. 12 months is more worth it because you buy more. You buy more, longer period, then the price is in terms of per month basis, is cheaper. Okay, so after you subscribe to ShareInvestor WebPro, you can also download their app, their mobile app, which will also give you all the information, most information you need from the mobile app. Okay, of course, the web version is more complete. So this is about ShareInvestor WebPro. All right, so now most importantly is just remember the code Wealth 2020 for you to get 5% off. So let me see whether any other question. Good question asked. How fast is the data update after quarter report release? This is something that I also haven't figured out. I guess it will take because they don't really buy from. You don't really buy the data from Bursa. ShareInvestor WebPro, they buy the data from a US company. So the US company acquire the data from all the exchange. So the ShareInvestor subscribe to the data from the US company. So it depends on how fast the Bursa supplement the information to the US company supplement to ShareInvestor station. So from my observation, I could be wrong, because sometimes I see quarter result released already, I wait for 1 week, also haven't been updated in the system. So I would say it will take about 2 weeks time. I could be wrong, but it takes weeks. It's not like today they update on Bursa, then tomorrow you see it updated. So far, I did not find that it is instantaneous in a few days. Okay, maybe after a week, you'll find this information. Okay, so the next question is, under the consensus, the data for buy or sell from where actually is from the, so under the consensus estimate, this from the research houses. When the research houses publish their buy and sell call, and then it will, ShareInvestor station will be able to aggregate this. Okay. I see there are 5 questions answered there, but I'm not sure whether, okay, yeah. the next question is warrant information available? Yes, warrant information is available. Let me go to prices. Okay, you can find warrant information available here. Just click warrants. Okay, all the warrants information show up. Okay, but of course, it give you the price only lah. Warrants as a structured product is very complex, so I would suggest that you go to the issuer website to find all the information such as live matrix, which is very important, the volatility, and then the exercise ratio, and so on. Okay, find all this information from the issuer lah. ShareInvestor Station will not have this information. Okay, when they expire and so on. Okay, I think it doesn't have lah. I don't use it to find warrant information here. If I buy warrant, I will go to issuer to find lah. If I buy Macquarie one, I will go to find Macquarie website. If I buy RHB one, I go to ask the RHB, go to RHB site to find. Okay. So this is about warrant. Okay. When the discount expired, the discount is valid for 1 year. If I'm not mistaken, the coupon code is valid for 1 year. It's only for our subscribers. So you can subscribe anytime. You can subscribe anytime when you feel fit, but there's also a free trial of about 9 days, if I'm not mistaken. What are the major difference with ShareInvestor Station? Wow, this is a good question. Major station is that a ShareInvestor Station has a more powerful charting software. If you are a TA, you can find market depth information in ShareInvestor Station. You can find 10 levels of market depth information in ShareInvestor Station, but in WebPro you can't find market depth. Okay, you can in the ShareInvestor Station you can find dynamic chart. Here you don't have dynamic chart. In WebPro versions you don't have dynamic chart. But just find how much. Let's go to the homepage. Let me show you how much ShareInvestor Station costs. ShareInvestor Station costs a few thousand. Okay, let's go to Share. So in ShareInvestor platform, there are two software. ShareInvestor WebPro and ShareInvestor Station. Okay, ShareInvestor WebPro is web-based. ShareInvestor Station is Windows application. It has advanced trading software designed for active trader, customizable screen layout, advanced charting tools. Okay, so WebPro have all the information that I showed you just now, but ShareInvestor Station is more advanced. Okay, of course, more advanced means that you need to pay more money. Okay, so ShareInvestor Station, if you pick Malaysia and global market, Malaysia real time, okay, you can also find futures real time, Singapore delay, okay, 2003. All right, so this is the difference in terms of price. So, but let's compare plans. Okay, this is a WebPro and ShareInvestor Station. Okay, this is internet-based. This is a Windows application for ShareInvestor Station. Stock price is streaming. Okay, what they don't have is price spread calculator, market depth Malaysia, dynamic data exchange. Don't have. Okay, don't have dynamic chart right? News, enhanced drawing tools. Okay, whether in a station or got whatever WebPro has, ShareInvestor Station has. Okay, so basically, what they don't have, in short, is just the dynamic charts and also the market depth. Okay, so but then it retains probably 80% of what ShareInvestor Station has, but it's only selling at maybe 25% of ShareInvestor Station price. So it is still a very worthwhile. That's why I say ShareInvestor WebPro is hands down the most value for money software that I've ever used. What is dynamic chart? Dynamic chart is a more powerful chart. So of course now I can't show you because I'm not logged into a ShareInvestor Station, so I can't show you dynamic chart. But just imagine that dynamic chart is a more sophisticated charting software for you to find information about the company share price performance. Okay, WebPro don't have . So if you are more FA driven, then WebPro is definitely very essential in your analysis. If you're more TA driven, then you may want to subscribe to a ShareInvestor station, okay, which has more advanced feature. Okay, but of course it costs more, 2,000 ringgit. WebPro is only a few hundred, from 200 to about 600 you can get. Okay, so let me just repeat one more time. If you want to subscribe, you can think of the package that is right for you. If you want to do free trial, you can also go for free trial. I think it provide about 9 days of free trial. So when you subscribe, you can pick the package that is right for you. For me, I usually pick this Malaysian stock real time, Singapore stock delay, and then Hong Kong stock is delay 15 minutes, definitely delay 15 minutes. Indonesia delay 10 minutes. US, Thailand, and Australia is EOD. EOD stands for end of day data. Okay, I forgot to mention. It's end of day data. You don't get 15-minute price feed, delay price feed. You get end of day price feed. Okay, you get what I mean? So that means when you wake up in the morning, US market close, right? Then you get the end of day data. Okay, so this is my default setting. It's about 665. You just type in the coupon code Wealth 2020. It can save you on top of that another 5% discount. All right. So with that, let me just thank everyone for tuning in to our Harness the ShareInvestor WebPro webinar. This is a platform walkthrough webinar to show you how I use this information to help me in my investment decision in the US market, in the Malaysian market, as well as in some of the commodity, to find all the commodity informations. So this is ShareInvestor station. So if you want to subscribe, just click, just go to the ShareInvestor.com and click the coupon code Wealth 2020 for you to subscribe to the package. All right. So with that, thank you everybody. Stay safe. Okay. Bye bye.